So, I had a pretty substantial thought about the game. More specifically about the stances right here. Including the Holy Land stances. Or I like to call them the tactical stances. So, you've got three main stances right here. Barrage, Blitz, and Guard. And then you've got the tactical stances, Attack, Defend, and Assault. Well, according to technique, Barrage beats Blitz, beats Guard, beats Barrage. Similarly for the tactical stances, Attack beats Defend, beats Assault, beats Attack. And, well, we can boil it down to three basic types. Aggression, which is barrage and assault. Precision, which is blitz and attack, or accuracy, sorry. And then you've got vigilance, which is guard and defend. Notice anything similar? Aggression beats accuracy, beats vigilance, beats aggression. Accuracy beats vigilance, beats aggression, beats accuracy. It's basically like this for the entire one. It's clockwise motion all the way through. But then I thought, what if you mix and matched them? Well, first we have to understand what these stances do. Barrage increases attack impact, which is basically your chance to break through an opponent's defense. So if I impact and they defend, well, then I will break through, still deal damage to them, and they will have a deflect, which is half health dealt. Basically the opposite of a critical. Oh, and attack increase. These power attack increase, ignores combo attacks, and defend decrease. And all this stuff. And this is power attacks, which also raises impact. It will be important later. Blitz increases attack speed, which is a bit arbitrary. He increases the combo attack chance, hence attack impact is lowered. And lowers enemies' counterattack chance. Massive increase in hit, a bit of increase in attack, and damage decrease. And it also cuts, and this is combo attack. Multiple fast attacks, half damage, half impact. Only last can be countered, this is important. Attack failure, her percent is halved, stops at 0 stamina. And guard increases so this is unique. You're actually getting the chance to defend against an impact. Like, completely negate impact. Which is the opposite of what barrage is supposed to do, which is increase impact chance, but guard decreases it, which is why guard, it beats barrage. It also has It also increases your chances to defend against power attacks. Counterattack chance. You probably already know what a counterattack is, but here it is. So as you can see, the chain really does fit. Now let's go to the tactical stances. Attack is balanced. It's a balanced offensive fighting stance, hence which high increase in attack and hits with a moderate increase in defend. Fent chance and lowers enemy his parry chance against non-fent attacks. Oh. I did not know this. So apparently you have a chance to ignore, or at the very least prevent, hence parries or reflex. Now that's new to me. And here's cunning, as it calls it, which is basically just a fent. There are two types hit and miss, which a hit means you automatically hit them, no restrictions. Well, other than damage reduction and impact resist, though that's not really all that good since they can't block it anyways. But if you miss fent, then it causes falter, which decreases their base stats: attack, hit, and defend. And this is all the stuff for cunning. Then you've got defend, which also has a slight impact block chance. Not as much as guard though, and you'll see why. Attack failure always tested. That means that you're basically, if you reach somewhere around low. Alright, look here. You can see how my disciple attacks only a few times when in defend stance. That's basically what it means by attack failure always tested. If I have an attack failure, then I automatically rest, which can be good or bad depending. I'm on the practice log. Let's fight Wallace and see. If I had, say, Blitz on, I would continue attacking until my stamina has just drained. And you can see I've drained Wallace's stamina by quite a good margin. But when I turn on defend, you'll notice that I only attack a few times before resting. And because Wallace's ability is faster stamina regeneration, that means that, well, defend isn't good against Wallace. I mean, unless you're like me, because I have much higher level than Wallace. Well, currently, we're balanced. But that's the main gist of it. Wallace is... Oh wait, I'm not balanced, aren't I? Is this actually Wallace's? Nope, I was right. Wallace is much, much higher level than I am. So yeah, normally you would be able to beat Wallace with this as long as you had everything I have. If it were just flats, even with reflex and disarm, you need to be lucky. Oh, and reflex. Very much defend increases. Like 1% defend for 1% defend an increase for each successful parry if opponent is faltering. Parry induces falter. Parry reduces falter. And then you've got assault, which is basically referred to as in the Discord as defensive berserk. Because basically you turn into a bullet sponge or a steel sponge, whatever. Increase deflect, act, massive decrease in defend, a percentage decrease even. You gain rush, which is basically an increase of attack and health percentage. Damage resist. Base damage resist, actually. You actually can get defend damage resist, but this scales with level. This one doesn't. This one doesn't, I meant. It's just flat. And finally, resolve. And it also gives you a chance, greater in chance to resolve, to reversal, which is basically a opposite day counterattack. You attack when you're hit, which is pretty much the major good in all fighting stances. If you can counterattack with when you're hit, and counterattack when you're not hit, you could try a assault and guard combos to basically make yourself immune to being attacked, or at the very least making attacking you very challenging. But still, accuracy beats, but still the same. Attack has a chance to ignore her parries, and even has a disadvantage if you parry a misfent. Because if you parry a misfent, you instead get 2 falter, instead of your opponent getting 1 falter. And because reversals, and because parries can trigger reversals, which can trigger more parries. Yeah, that's pretty much an infinite loop of getting parried and losing stamina, eventually disarming. And, well, I don't need to be... Well, to state the obvious, the percentage increase pretty much negates any falter you would have gotten, unless you got a lot of falter, which I don't think a lot of people will. So yeah. But then I thought of something. What if you mix and match them? Would it still be the same? Would Blitz beat Assault? Or would Assault beat Blitz? Would Defend beat Barrage? Guard Assault? Maybe? Well, if Barrage fought Defend, they would have a lot of struggle, because you can't block attack if the attack breaks through. And if you who break through someone's defenses, how can you parry their attack? And what about attack versus guard? Because guard doesn't really do parry, the major advantage of attack is pretty moot. And well, yes, a hit fence will still deal a bit of damage to guard. A miss fence won't be that much of a big deal, since they could just tank it and later lose it. Even if it was chained, they'd still be pretty balanced. And because they don't have the attack and because they don't have the hit increase, he's comparable to Blitz. Well, they kind of do, but okay, here's another thing. In a balanced fight where her 10 points could lead to a noticeable difference in chance, any point matters. So 100 points difference will be noticeable in the long run. And while it might not be noticeable in later fights, that's because the odds are pretty stacked against you at that point. And you're pretty much relying on the bonuses you get for higher levels. So yeah. Fent, basically not useful against guard. And because guards has a counterattack similar to assault, you can see where that is going. Assault versus blitz. Now, this is a more even fight between tactical and main. But the main purpose of assault is to basically just tank attacks with deflect and high health. So while and blitz, it's not about the damage. It's about the crit. Crits do a lot more damage than just normal attacks. And because you can't really get a deflected crit, well, there goes one of their main benefits. Now granted, her high health, their rush, that all of that's going to prove difficult for blitz. But just like how combo attacks cannot be triggered during, just like how counterattacks can only be triggered after the combo attack ends, reversals cannot be triggered until after the combo attack ends. That means that with a high enough skill, a swashbuckler could dish out massive punishment in the form of multiple swings before that Crusader will be able to unleash her reversal, which still has a chance of missing, and the swashbuckler or marauder, whatever I said earlier, will still can have another will have another chance to do it again. Now let's look at it from another way. Defend the assault is definitely going to be a bit of a worrisome match, since assault will attack, being the offensive. If guard will likely block and unleash a counterattack, which will likely hit assault because, defend and percentage increase. And the Armada will perform a reversal, which may or may not be blocked. Notice what I said there. May or may not. Rush, percentage increase. Scales with level. And if you have a 30 assault and 30 guard, that's still a lot. And remember, reversal isn't like power, where it's damage increase. It increases your hit. It increases your hit chance. So you have a chance to hit, bypass the defenses of guard. And even when it runs out and you have to go back and forth again, and it's still worth it. Remember, any points are good to the last drop. So guard loses against assault. I need to stop yawning, but I don't know how. Defend V Blitz. Oh boy, defend V Blitz. You can parry in the middle of combo attacks. Combo attacks can be parried individually. I should probably show this to you. Alright, so I've got James. Let's hire someone like, I don't know, Raymond. Let's hire Raymond. No. Now let's go and blitz. You see that? My combo attacks are getting parried left and right. And you see how quickly I'm stacking my falter points while also losing my stamina? It's obvious that Blitz, it sucks against defend. It's not even a question. Blitz sucks against defend. But that leaves attack. Wait, what was it? Yeah, attack v barrage. Now, granted, this is one of the more trickier fights since, as you might imagine, in high attack and high damage, likely going to take out your balanced fighter. But barrage also loses stamina faster than attack because attack naturally he gives you more stamina when you're attacking, or decreases your stamina when you're attacking. It also increases your defense by a small margin, not as much as defend or guard, but again, every last point matters. You also gain a bit of attack as well, so you might be able to get lucky against barrage. The main coup de grace is cunning. Hit fence will automatically hit. Well, that's good and all. The real importance is a misfent, which decreases the stats of barrage and decreases her defend even more. So your duelist is likely to take out a warlord. And while it is a bit circumstantial because, it's high power her meets trickster, it's still possible. And if you're lucky enough and have a balanced fight, trickster will really win most of the time. Granted, it's still a small margin, still there. And you might have noticed something I've been going for. The orders are reversed. First, accuracy beats offense. Hence, which beats defense. Which beats precision, which beats offense. Let me remind you what the optimal whole one was for all of these. Offense beats precision, beats defense, beats offense. When you mix them together, it's like saying that guard beats blitz beats barrage beats guard, and that just sounds wrong. Because, impact block increase. Which negates barrage's impact increase. And I know. In the Discord, it says the admins say that's The tactical and the main are separate, and the developer of the game is considering swapping it to make the order her reversed. I don't see that being pretty accurate. After all, in boxing, you've got the sluggers, the lancers, and the off-boxers. I don't know if that's the proper names, but I do know the slugger is. The slugger's goal is to attack aggressively. The off-boxer is supposed tries to dance around attacks, tire out the opponent, and then attack. Lancers attack, try to use reach to their advantage, attacking at a distance. The off-boxer will usually get away from the slugger, and since the slugger is trying to go full power, the off-boxer will quickly tire the opponent out. The lancer will usually corner or outmaneuver the outboxer, and the slugger will just ignore the lancer's attempts and just rush him. Remember, see that order? Slugger's offense, outboxer's defense, lancer's precision. And it's a triangle that goes clockwise. This, among many other reasons, is why I like sword fight. And this, among other reasons, is why I'd recommend it to you. It was James, right? Remember. It might have been James. Hold up. I don't remember. It's probably James. Where do I have James? I want Sigma to actually. Maybe not. Oh well. Oh yeah, it was James. Alright, yep. Support the developer, Tavrik. No, that's not it. It's a good game. I love it. I love it. Praise the Sword Saint. Praise Tavrik. It's a joke in the Discord. You'd probably have to join the Discord to understand it. I'd leave a link, but I don't know if I... I'll leave a link to the Discord. Why not? You can just find it by looking up the game on Congregate anyways.